that yarny zebra and stuff, and I am sitting at my computer just waiting to get started and finish this hat. Let me say that this hat has been on my hook for a couple hours, maybe. Yeah, yesterday. A couple hours yesterday. Right now is the time to get back to it because I dozed off and fell asleep. Uh, and yeah, we all need sleep, but we also need to do our part if we are able to help someone else, perhaps in their cold winter months that we have coming up. We need some people to get into their yarn stash and start crocheting something. Listen, I had several bags of yarn donated for this cause aside from all the yarn that I already have. Listen, y'all, it's important to give what we can. I am going to back up because I see that I did not do my yarn over. This is not a tutorial. This is just me sitting and chit-chatting about making hats for someone um, or people in our community that are less fortunate. Yes, I do have the camera turned around to the yarny goodness because, listen, I'm just going to be focusing on this and doing what needs to be done. And the next thing I will probably be doing, and you can see I did drop my scissors. So I'm going to pick them back up off of the floor. Here they are. If you got a chance to come in and just hang out with me, chit chat, I got a basket here that I have my yarn in. I stole it from my sweet not Sugar Lumpus. It used to belong to Sugar Lumpus. It had his pom-poms and little items in it that he loves to play with. But when the new puppy came along, we needed a bigger toy container. So we used this one for a while. And yeah, there's lots of yarn over here beside me. A lot of this yarn is already had the label off of it. I can't really tell you what kind of yarn it is, except it's warm and it's good for what needs to be done. This is some of the yarn that was donated for the purpose of crocheting hats for the homeless. And yes, I have been working on it diligently. I do have a skein right here that does have a little bit of information on it. Oh, there you go. This is a skein of worsted weight from Kmart Corporation, Troy, Michigan, manufactured in the US of A. There it is. And listen, purchase enough to use it. This is called dark brown. While I've been working with this, I have named this one dark chocolate, which I'm not very fond of dark chocolate, but I'm working with the dark chocolate right now. That's what's on my hook. Yes, join us if you want to. I do have my address to where you can send hats if you want to jump on board. My address is in my about page, and if you want the address, if you don't see it when you go to my about page, comment or let me know and I will send you the address in another way. Absolutely. Absolutely. This one in my hand I have called milk chocolate because of the color of it, and yes, I prefer milk chocolate to the dark chocolate. I've got all of my chocolates over here together in this area. I've got this one right here. Hang on, guys. Let me move the little basket so we can talk about this one. We'll talk about this little piece that's left over from this skein, and then we're going to get right back to crocheting. This is from Rose's department store. Do y'all remember Rose's department store? 100% Orlon acrylic, 4-ply worsted weight. 4-ply worsted weight. Yeah. There it is, y'all. This is a 4-ply, which means if you look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 strands. 4 strands. Don't be looking at my nails, y'all. I haven't painted my nails in forever. I was going to do them, but when I got started, the smell of the nail polish was a little bit more than my nasal passages and upper respiratory issues could handle. But anybody wondering about the 4-ply, here's the 4-ply. Take a gander at it. This is the 4-ply worsted weight. Worsted weight. $1.27 from Rose's department store. There's not but a tiny bit of this left, and I only left it in there so you could read the label. Oh my goodness, there it is. Okay, I'm getting back to it. What I'm doing with this hat is we're just going in here and doing half double crochet in the round, and I know I need to have it up and going so I can go faster, but the way I have my tripod set up, this hook has a big long tail and it might just reach up there and slap one of you all in the eyeball. I don't want that to happen. So yeah, just going to be real careful how I do it. I don't want to knock the tripod and cause a problem with this work. This is an inline hook. And let me tell you, I forgot the name of this one. It is not a Furls. It came from Amazon, and I love this color. I have the box for it somewhere. I'll talk about it. Maybe if you are interested, it might show up for you down in the description. In the description, you might be able to see it. So, yes, I'm working with my dark chocolate yarn right now. The That's a little scrappy. I'm going to get rid of that. It's quiet in my house because I did have to handle some busy, noisy uh, puppy needing a nap. So Maya is napping, and Lucky is over here by my feet. Excuse me while I cough. Um, the weather in Kentucky is interesting. It's chilly here today, but it didn't get very chilly until the clouds came over and hid the sunshine. So, yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened around here. So I'm sniffing. The leaves are changing. They're coming down. They're falling everywhere. And all of those dry leaves have played havoc with my respiratory system. So there you go. Now you have it. I hope I'm in the camera. Y'all, can you hear me? Hey, we're just moving right along. I am going to uh, keep working with this half double crochet in the round because, and listen, it works up faster for me than the other stitches that I have been using. And when you're making things in bulk, hey, get right on to it and do it whichever is the quickest and the most simplest way for you to go. Whoops. You all see where I've got a little bit of old yarn. Yes, that's what I said. Old yarn that splits easily. So let's slow down and get back in to the groove of things. I'm sitting with my back to my living room window so that I can use the beautiful natural light to video this. I don't have any lights on in my house just because I think that the natural light is going to help me see this dark yarn a little better. How's everybody doing? I love you, sweet, sweet Doretha. Honey, get up in here. I've got this, if everybody, if anybody, you see how this right here is splitting on me? Yes, if anybody was in here right now looking at the backstage setup, I probably have some laughing going on, but I am just telling you, I got my beautiful little table that I had ordered for Mama so she could eat in bed because there was the last few days when she couldn't get out of bed. And I thought, that would be a blessing for her to just sit in her bed and have her snack or mashed bananas or applesauce. Yes. So that's what happened, y'all. This cute little desk is what I had gotten for Mama. And since Mama didn't get to use it, I have set it up and used it for my crocheting table, and I can use it when I'm doing tutorials. But this, trust me, is not exactly a tutorial. This is just me with all of my stuff together in one place so I can sit in natural light without anything beaming down on me, and just do this job. This is half double crochet in the round, and I really like the way it's working. I wanted to do the half double crochet because it will be warmer. It is a little bit thicker than single crochet. for winter hats. So that's what's going on. Oh, somebody wants to know what this color is? Your Lumina hat, sissy. Yes. Yes, this color. I just got started on my uh, colors and associating them with food. This color is the color that was left over in this beautiful old skein of yarn from Rose's department store. Sayel, that's how I pronounce it. You might say it one way, I'll say it another. But this color, I decided I was going to call this cinnamon because that's what it looks like. Okay, so we'll look real quick and see if it actually tells us what color it is. Oh my goodness. Look at that, y'all. All this time, I'm calling it cinnamon when it's actually cocoa. Check it out. It says cocoa right there. If it'll focus, you can see it says cocoa on it. Amazing. Amazing. Made exclusively for Rose's Stores Incorporated by Yarn Industries Incorporated, Pageland, South Carolina. Okay, guys, we're getting a little history on this. There we go. It's moth-proof, shrink-resistant, long-wearing, non-allergenic, machine washable and dryable. That's what we need. Cocoa is the color. Amazing. That is amazing. All right. That makes me happy. Okay, I'm going to get back to it. This hat is fitting my head pretty good. You will not see me in this video because, y'all, I'm not, I'm just working today. I'm working hard. I may make an appearance later on. Today you can just see my zebras and my yarn, and that's where we are. And we're just going to go right on with this. I will tell you that I did start changing the colors a little bit to give it some kind of extra, color, so people wouldn't just be getting no plain brown hat to wear in the cold winter time. I have added some color. Obviously, they named it cocoa, and I just called it cinnamon. But anyway, when you look at it, it does look like cocoa when you're making some good old cocoa. There we go. I did start with a slip, not a slip knot, but the magic knot right up here in the middle, and got started with some double crochets, and then went on into the half double crochets, and that's where we are right now. This hat is about to be finished. I am thinking that putting the rim on it, or the brim, look at this thing, the brim as we call it, it just might turn out to be a really, really short a very short brim that will stretch a little better than the way that I have this going right now, and will just be just the right size around someone's head. I'm thinking if I measure sort of like this, it would give them something to keep it from flopping down over their eyes. Um, Once they've wore it for a while, it might lose its elasticity, but we want to make sure that it's going to be a good snug fit and they will be able to wear it for a good while. And that's the purpose, is to, half double crochets, girl. Don't forget to yarn over and keep going. Yes, indeed. Got that little basket with yarn in it. And just keeping on, you all. I'm going to try it on my big head here in a little bit. And listen, my idea is if I am measuring, it is vintage, sissy. If I am measuring on my head, then it will fit anybody. Just that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Yeah, all things considered, let's just get it going, shall we? I do have some wonderful, precious people that are loom knitting hats to send so that I can hand deliver them to the outreach center near where I live. So it's about 35 to 40 minutes from where I live. So I plan on making the delivery, might even make more than one delivery. Some of this yarn was balled up, so I'm guessing it was maybe have been used for something else at one time. So it is showing a little bit of splitting, but listen, it's still useful. It's still going to keep somebody warm. Praise God. It's going to be going from my hands, from my heart to their head. Oh, yes. So there's a challenge. Hands to heart to heads. We're doing it one hat at a time. Okay, this is looking like it's getting pretty big. I'm going to pull this up a smidge, and I'm going to put a makeshift stitch marker in there because I've just looked around here, y'all, and I truly believe that I have left my stitch markers in the yarnery because I am crocheting in my living room today. So if any of you ever thought to yourself, good grief, I need a stitch marker, I'm going to show you just now how you can do that with just a piece of yarn that is of a different color. If you don't have a different color, use what you got. You know what I'm saying? Use what you got. Now, I'm getting ready to try this thing on. Let me move my little friends. I got all these little zebras up here that are representing Dora Beth, that yarny zebra and stuff. So, there we go. I'm going to put my hook up here in this little hole where it needs to go and go from there. So I can try this hat on. I'm excited because I do believe that it's going to be long enough for somebody. That's another reason I'm not in the camera, because when I take my hair down to try on a hat, it don't always look pretty up in here. Listen, Lucky's taking a good nap. Maya's taking a good nap. This hat is fitting me Okay. All right. You can't see nothing right now. Yep. Can't see nothing but my hands. All right. If you promise not to laugh. Oh, Lord, do it fast, girl. There. Upside down. That wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. Upside down. All right, so the hat is big enough. It just needs a little brim on it, not a big one. Or, listen, this is pretty good, guys. I just might leave it just like this. Oh my goodness. All right. I might put a little brim somewhere on it just because, you know, we don't want somebody to lose their hat if they are running to catch the city bus or something. So I am getting ready to put a little brim on it. Hopefully it will do the purpose. I did try it on my head. It is definitely big enough to fit a man or a woman. And I'm going to stick my little stitch marker back in there. You see where it's hiding at in that little drink holder spot. Okay. Okay. Hope I didn't offend anybody by showing myself upside down. That's weird. But anyway, what I want to do right here, I'm gonna slip stitch right into this. Okay, because I want that to look like it's just flat right on the level. And I'm just going to go right ahead, guys, and let's do 7 chains. There's a reason for that. 3, 4, 5. I was wanting to do 7 chains. 7. Okay? And the 7 chains is the number of completion. I really want to make sure that what we are going to do here. How did the camera turn around? I don't understand. It's weird you can't see what I'm doing properly. Okay, let me see if I can flip it back the other way. How did that happen? When I turned it, y'all, I guess. Okay. There we go. Now. That was weird. That was just weird. I don't know if you can see me now. I moved stuff around. And I've got a cord in the way. You get this tripod set up. There. Hold still, baby. Hold still. Okay. This is going to be just a little gizmo. Single crochet. We're going to just keep going with our single crochet, and we're going to make a brim that is in the round. Did I say in the round? No, it's going to be from one side to the other. Like this, okay? We're going to get that attached. Get right down in there. Slip stitch that on. And I'm going to turn this whole hat, you all. Turn this whole hat. And what we're going to do is I'm going to chain 1, and I'm going right in to the back loop of this, just single crocheting back and forth until we get a brim on this hat, and it will be done and I can start on the next one. Yeah, we're just going to do it like this. Absolutely. And when I get, I know I probably, yeah, when I get to the end, I want to make sure that I have all of my stitches the same. I don't want to increase or decrease. When I get to the end of this, watch and check it out. I'm just going to make a single crochet in that end, pull it up, and chain one, turn my work. This hat's going to be turning back and forth, you all. I probably should have used the, and over here, when we get here, we're going to do another single crochet and then back into the back loops. It's happening right here. Single crochet in the back loops all the way across. This is going to be the brim of the hat, and we're going to just keep moving on. We're going to join over here with our slip stitch as before. Oh, hang on. I got some lovely vintage yarn I'm working with. Okay. Slip stitch right in there. Turn your work. Turn your work, guys. The slip stitch does not count as a chain one, or does it? Uh-oh, I think we're going to let it count. Then we're going to go in here with a single crochet and then back to in the back loop, you all. In the back loop. We're just going to keep going with the back loop until we are done with this brim, and then we're going to sew our brim together. I'll usually slip stitch when I do that trick because I don't want to switch up what I'm doing. Chain one, turn back around. Yeah. Y'all listen. Come on in here if you want to. This is just an old lady, Yarny Zebra, working her fingers off, making hats for the homeless. And I say working my fingers off, but it's my hands that are working, because my heart wants to bless someone else. So yeah, and we're gonna just get right in there with our, look at this yarn, would you? We're gonna get right in here with our slip stitch, turn our work. If you look, you can see that this is turning into a brim on the bottom of the hat, y'all. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Single crochet in the very first one, then in the back loop all the way down. 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in there. 4. Now we started out with 7 chains, but we're not needing a whole lot of a brim on here. I am going to chain 1 because that's on the end. We're not going to chain one when we get up to um, the part that's attached to the hat. Oops, let me get back up there in the camera, you all. Bless your hearts. Why didn't somebody say something? Okay. Yeah, we're just going for it in the back loop. I crocheted the hat in half double crochets, so I was really wanting to do some half double crochets up in here, but I can't be messing it up. Now let's do our slip stitch right in here. Get our slip stitch in, turn our work, and go right back in here for a single crochet, and then we're doing in the back loop all the way up. I'm going to move my camera a little closer because I believe I'm missing a bunch of the work. Now we're ready. Sorry about that, you all. Sorry. Okay, let's get right with it. Get right with it. I do not claim to be a professional yarny zebra connoisseur, but I do love to crochet and help other people. So it's happening right up in here. There we go. Chain one. Flip this hat around. We're going for it, you all. It is taking place right now. On a note that I should have thought of, this should have been done with a smaller hook so that the brim that I'm working on would have a tighter texture. We will see how it turns out when I get farther along, and we will go from there. Okay, so right now we're going in here, single crochet, and then in the back loop all the way down. I don't know what time it is exactly. I believe the sun might be going down. I do have my chair backed right up to the window so we can have some direct natural sunlight coming in here. And let me just say, guys, it's getting a little dim in here. I might have to resort to lights. Let me tighten this up. I don't like that big old, there we go. Single crochet right here. And then in the back loop, all the way down, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Chain 1, turn the hat, go back in with a single crochet. Bless each of you for coming in here. I'm holding on, y'all, and I'm going to use every minute that I can while Maya is taking her little nap to do this, because she is a very rambunctious little girl. Maya is my puppy, who is a Yorkie poo. If you've been following me for any length of time, you do know that I do have 2 precious fur babies that are doggies, and then there's Lucky Pants, who's turning 13 in a couple more weeks. That's true, guys. Lucky has become an old man He's 13 in actual years, but puppy years, oh Lordy, he's an old fogey for real. Anyway, we're moving right along. I'm gonna just get my hook in here and do a single crochet. And y'all, listen, it's slower than you think trying to work with a tripod. If I'm too slow for you, you can speed it up after I record all of this. You can't speed me up right now. This isn't a tutorial per se. This is just me working diligently on making hats for the homeless. Yes, I'm going to slip stitch this together, connecting it right here. Absolutely. Getting it done, guys. Getting it done. Just looking at my work. I'm going to lay it down and look at it. Yep, that's going to be the brim. I'm excited. We're getting somewhere. Oh, we're going to turn our work. Turn the work. Get right in here and do a single crochet. And now in the back loop, you all, single crochet all the way up. Absolutely. This one is not in the back loop because we're at the end. Look at this yarn, you all. Okay, let me start over. I'm just being transparent right now because, yeah, the struggle is real. When you use vintage yarn, it can be real. It's not as easy to work with as the stuff that we use today. I love the bamboo yarn. I don't know about you all, but I can really dig it. There we go. Anything with wool in it, it sort of bothers me. Yeah, we're just going right in here with our back loop, single crochet. Almost did another half double. I'm sort of partial to those half double crochets. Okay, we're just going to keep moving on. Like I said, if you guys are in here looking for a tutorial, this isn't it, but if you can look at what I'm doing and learn something good, just don't look at this and be, what in the world are you doing? And that's not how I would do it, and that's not how I hold my hook. It's all right. We all learn in different ways, and that's just the way it is, you all. That's just the way it is. We're going in here to the first crochet things, one single crochet, and then all of these in the back loop, just single crocheting in the back loop, you all. And this one is a single crochet. I'm making sure I got both. Yes, making sure I got both of those stitches in there. All right, turn your work again. We're moving on, you all. I don't know how long it's going to take me to do it, but we're going to finish this hat today. Even if this brim that we're working on is too big to be used for covering the forehead or whatever, they can flip it up and use it. People have different size heads, so hopefully um, the homeless people will be able to um, come and pick out a hat that they can use for themselves. That's my hope, that they can come and pick one out that they like and that fits according to their head. So that's what we're looking at this outreach that's going to be coming up. I'm hoping that they are not freezing tonight, because here in Kentucky the temperature has dropped, y'all. We got a cold front that has snuck in on us, and I'm just praying that the shelters are starting to be opened up to people now. Good afternoon, Brother Reza. Blessings to you. Glad you're hanging out here with us. I am crocheting for the homeless near my residence, and I know rumor has it, and it's probably not just a rumor, that Kentucky has a no homeless law. If you get caught without home or shelter, I was told there would be consequences. Well, how do you deal with that? Guys, I'm just going to tell you, the sun did go down, and I am borrowing some of Lucky's cover to get warm. My toes are cold. Okay, there we go. We'll turn our work. I know, sweet Lucky. Mama come and got your idea, didn't I? Yes, indeed. I came and got his part of his blanket, you all. But he's got plenty of blanket. He's good to go. Lucky honey, how's it doing over there? He's got covers. He's sharing with me, you all. Guys, I have a plan to make myself. I was going to make myself a homemade pizza for dinner tonight. Um, that depends on how much work I can get done, whether I'll do that or not, because I want to start on another hat once I get this one done. And I would love to be able to just keep on working and get the job done. You know what I mean? We need to get these people their hats. I'm not the only one working, because if so, it would be rough on these cold winter weather coming up. I'm hoping there's more people doing this. The yarn was donated by a friend who attends the church that's working on helping the people in that community. So my job is to just make hats with the yarn that I have and keep on keeping on. Let me get my stitch here now. Keep on keeping on. We don't want to leave anybody out. Absolutely. There's homeless people everywhere you turn. Okay, I've lost a stitch somewhere, so let me back up. You ever do that? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I was talking about this yarn it's been well loved and passed down. My sweet friend Betty's mother crocheted, and she is the one who has donated the yarn. I used to admire her mother's crocheting. She was always making sure somebody had something special for their birthday or for Christmas, and she was a very busy lady, absolutely taking care of her family, making sure they had a good warm afghan to get under. So that's always so special to have an afghan that somebody made for you and appreciate it. Not everybody, I'm gonna say it, not everybody appreciates beautiful handcrafted items. Just gonna say that and go from there, because there are a lot of people that are just real snooty and bougie. Is that a word? Yeah. Who are just too bougie to wear something that was handmade. God help them. Yeah. They just want to go out and buy it. Let me tell you, one of the hospitalizations, and I've had a few over the years, I was in there crocheting up a storm, let me say. And the nurse that came in on duty just looked at me like, good grief. You can go to Walmart and buy one cheaper than you can make that. And I was thinking to myself, girl, you got up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Well, I was in there in that hospital for a week, and guess what? I finished it, and she came in one day and it was done, and she goes, "Are you finished with that?" I said, "I sure am." "Oh my goodness. Well, that's beautiful." And I thought, thank you. Won't you go to Walmart and buy you one like it? But, not everybody has the right words to say sometimes. Yeah, sometimes people are just on the ugly side. Jesus help us. That's the truth. I said it. There's some people that are just, and my sweet friend Dee says, if you can't be, yeah, what is it? Wait, she says, be sweet, don't be ugly. That's what she says. Be sweet, don't be ugly. There you go. That's what you say. Be sweet, don't be ugly. Because there's a lot of ugly people in the world with their attitude and their words. They need to filter some of their words. That's what I think. Guys, this is coming along. So this is going to go all the way around. This hat is it's going to go all the way around. And let me lay it down so you can see what we're looking at. This is going to be like the brim of the hat, right up in here. Yeah. that's what's going to happen with this one. Every time I take a look at it, I think I should have put the cocoa color as the brim. If I get the time to change it out, I might, but I'm ready to start a new hat because, y'all, you're probably tired of watching this part. And that's okay. I'm just going to take this hat and put it aside. And the next hat is just going to be a brown hat. I'm not going to switch things around. I'm just going to find the pull. Oh, let's see if it's got the little thing that says where to pull it from. This is an old one, but look, I think, yes, guys, I found it. I'm going to do it. Let me show you another hat that I've already finished. I know I hit the tripod. I'm sorry. I'll show you another one that I finished. I did this one. This is a specialty hat. This one is, I made this one for my sister. Yes. It's a chicken hat, just in case you're wondering. It is. It is a chicken hat. It's a chicken hat. There it is. It's got the chicken comb on it in 3D. I did. I got real fancy and made a 3D comb on the top of this chicken hat. So I made this for my sister, and it's definitely not just made for cold weather because she lives in Florida. There it is. This is a very cool little hat. Welcome in, brother. Welcome in anybody else that's showing up on the scene. I'm still sitting here drinking from my first cup of coffee. Iced coffee. I do have iced coffee going on. I have iced coffee. Absolutely. I really like this green right here, and I think that green and brown looks good together. But I'm certainly on the brown mood hat going on. I'm getting ready to do our next hat because I just want to pull this out and start on the magic circle. And yes, I'm just working on hats as fast as I can. Someone said I can't do the magic circle. I don't know what to do. I'm going to try to help you a little bit. Just get your string of yarn. Don't be offended that I said string. I know, I did say string. I'm going to move this tripod a little bit so we can work on it. I don't know if it's moving on me or if it's just the way it's set up. I just take my yarn and just wrap it around my fingers and just pull up a circle and a knot. If you pull this from both ends, it's going to tighten up, and that's what makes the magic circle work. Okay? There you go. I'm just going to get it right in my hook. and show you that that is a knot right there. It's a knot. Now, I like to get my yarn on my hook, just so. Hey, come back here, you knot. I like to hold it in my hand so I don't lose my little, I don't lose where I'm at. Put your hook through there and grab up the working yarn. Everybody does it different, and I'm just going to pull it through, y'all. See there? We got our first stitch or chain or whatever on our hook, on our in our magic circle. There's 2 already. 1, 2. I'm getting ready to put a little more. There's 3, 4. These are single crochets in here. 5, 6. I want my tight knot. 7, 8. Y'all hear Maya? I think my baby's awake. 9, 10. I like to at least do 12, sometimes more. Depends. Listen, my mama taught me how to crochet. I didn't have YouTube. I didn't have a book. I didn't have instructions except from her hands to mine. Okay? Let's get this magic string right here that we made earlier. If you noticed, I crocheted in that magic circle. So, if you can see that. And here's the end that we are going to pull. Pull it right up here, you guys, and see what we've got. Pull it real tight. Look how tight that's getting right there. Oh, Princess Trish is in the house. Hey, baby. I'm giving, this is a little donut right here. We're going to close up the donut hole right about now. So, this is the working yarn over here. This is the working yarn. This is the yarn that's on our hook. Y'all, I'm not even in the camera. Please forgive me. This is the string that I pulled to tighten it up. Yeah, this circle right here. I'll do another one. I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull it and close up that donut hole, you all. Now, looky here. Look at that donut hole. All closed up. You got a little tiny hole there. You can barely see it. Little bitty hole. Okay. I'm pulling this back. Tightening up this one. I want to join this whole thing by going into the very tippy top, you guys. The tippy top of the first one that I made. I'm going to do a slip notch into the tippy top. I'm going to pull it all the way through, and here's our little tail that I want to pull one more time, and then I'm going to tighten this down, and here we have 12 stitches in that little circle, 12 stitches in that little bitty circle, and here's where we're going to continue on. Now, if you got lost, that's all right. If you got lost, I'm going to slide this one over here. I'm going to pull out some different yarn that might make it easier for you to see that magic circle. This, listen, y'all, I'm just going to show you the difference between this yarn, this new yarn, and I'm not knocking the old yarn. I'm not. I'm just saying this is the difference in the texture of the old yarn that's still in the skein. And you can look at this yarn and see that this is some vintage yarn right here. This is some vintage yarn. And I'm getting ready to go and do a magic circle using the new yarn. Okay, this is a very old thing from Kmart, y'all, right there. Kmart it is. There it is. It came from Kmart. Made in the USA for Kmart. That's a little bit of vintage. And this is what it looked like coming out of that skein, y'all. This is a new old skein. How was that for you? The new old skein of yarn right there. Let me pull this up so we can see a little bit clearer what we're talking about. Okay, there's the one I just made. I'm going to move it aside so we can do with the green. I'm going to set it over there. This is the green yarn. And even though, I'm going to show you, even though this has already been balled up, you can see by the texture that it's a newer yarn. Okay, now let's get with that. Let's get with that, shall we? Here we go. Here's how I did this yarn. I'm going to pull it again around my hand like this. Okay, pull it around. And just make a little knot right there. You know how when you're teaching your kids how to tie their shoes, and if you take this knot, I'm going to lay it down. You pull this from both sides, and you're going to have a knot right there. Pull it from both sides. You're definitely going to have a knot, okay? This is the magic of the magic ring or the magic circle. You're going to crochet into, you're going to crochet 12 stitches into this little circle. And then when you're ready to close up, you pull the tail right here. This is your working yarn that keeps going and going. I'm going to turn it over so you can see where I'm working. I want my working yarn on this side. This is the working yarn. This is the tail that you pull when you tighten up your magic circle. And we're going to go. All right. Didn't know we were tutorialing today, but we're going to do it. I'm going to pick this up, y'all. Just going to pick it up. This is the working yarn on my right side. I'm going to take my hook, pick up the working yarn. I know, y'all. We can do single crochets, but this time I'm going to do half doubles, half double crochets. But first I'm going to start with this one. Since I'm going to do half doubles, I'm going to chain one more. Okay, so you got 2 chains attached to your circle. See my circle? I got 2 chains already there. Hold on to your circle. Okay? Yarn over. Yarn over. Go back down in through the circle. Pick up your loop. Pull through all 3. 1, 2, 3. Pull through all. There is your first half double crochet. Do another one. We're going to do 12 of these, guys. This is the beginning of a top of a hat. This is the beginning of the top of a hat. See how much thicker that is than the single crochets that I was working on at first. This is really good for making flowers, but it can also use this for a hat. But this is a winter hat. I want it to be very soft and thick. So let's go on. Got my working yarn on my right side. I got my tail for my magic circle on the left side. I'm going to grab my work. And we're going to yarn over, go into the circle, pull it up, yarn over, go back into the circle, pull up 1 loop, pull through all 3. This is your half double crochet, and we probably already lost count, so I'm going to stop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We need 6 more. 6 more. We're going for our number 7 right here. Number 7. Number 8. I'm getting ready to pull the tail, guys, because I think it's getting too wide for me. Number 9. Okay. I'm going to pull this tail to give us a little bit of a squeeze on it. I'm pulling the tail. There we go. You're getting your circle going. Looks sort of like a donut. Sort of like a donut. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Is that a 10? Let me look. No, that was the chain that I did. Okay. Let's keep going. This can be counted as number 10. And this is number 11. Grab it and up. Look at that. Look at that one come back into the camera here. It's saying, you started with me. Did you leave me out? Yes, I did, because I'm starting here and showing somebody another way. This is number 12, I believe. If not, hey, forgive me. All right, so let's pull on this string, guys, and see if we can close up that donut hole. Let's pull on the tail. There's the tail. Absolutely. You guys ready for that? I'm going to pull on it, see if we can get this to close up. There we go. Now what I'm going to do, is pull on my working string and tighten up my work. There we go. We're going to take this and go into the top of that first work that we did. We're going to go right up in there, and we have 1, 2 on the hook. I'm going to slip stitch. Watch it turn around on me. Quit now. You're going to slip stitch right into that. And there is your magic circle. You all, check it out. Check out the magic circle. I'm going to pull on it one more time. Look how tight that is, you all. No donut hole there. And you can turn it over and see the back. Usually what I'll do, and I know not everybody does it the same way, I will take this and I will work it up through so that I can just crochet it in with my work whenever it's time. So whenever I start going into this, this will be right up in here. So it will be covered up. You just hold it. This is your tail. You just hold it with your work. And keep on going, you guys. Generally, right where I did this little slip stitch is where I'm going to go right back in with another, yes, you got it, not a slip stitch, but a half double crochet. So I'm going to yarn over. I'm going to go right back into that spot while I'm holding on to my tail. Don't get confused by that being the work and the working yarn. That tail is just there. Okay. I want to do another slip. Wait a minute. No. Scratch that. Scratch that. See that little loop right there? We need to chain 2. Since we're doing half double crochets, chain 2. 1, snug it good and down, 2, that on there, and then yarn over and go right back into that little area, pull it up, and you got your first half double crochet that you made. Okay, there you go. Now I really and truly want to wind in my tail. So, I mean, not wind it in, but I want to stitch over it. So I'm going to grab it up with this. I'm just going to get it where I can reach it without it getting lost again because I missed it a few minutes ago. Okay, so you got two half double crochets in the same hole. That's what we're working on, is the half double crochets. You saw where I picked up my loop or the tail. I've got them both in my hand now. So we're going in, yarn over, go into the next stitch, get right in there, pull it up, pull through. There is your half double crochet. We're going to go right back into the same exact stitch. We want 2 half double crochets in each stitch around. Yeah, here's the other ones. Uh-oh, I'm out of the camera. Y'all are supposed to let me know if I ain't in the camera, but you know how it is. I can't keep my eyes on uh, the stitch work and the camera. Yeah, Sissy, that's from Kmart. You should see the other one that I have. It's from Rose's. Oh my goodness. Hey, we're working 2 half double crochets into each stitch, you all. Now look at it. Into each stitch. And this is being hidden as we go along. It's going to be snugged in there so you don't have to look at it later. That's right. Working away. I did hit something with my hook, so I better be careful. Don't want to give you all a black eye with this big old hook hanging out here. You guys seeing all this work taking place? Let's get her going. This part is the one that's laying down, and I'm going to yarn over, go in. Yes, indeed, that's 2. Now we're going to do 2 more. We're just going to go all the way around. By the time we get done, we'll have 24 stitches in this round. This is round number 2. I had to learn that you got rounds and you've got rows. These are rounds. These are not rows, just so you know. Okay, we are moving on. I don't know what happened right there. You know, I like to go back and fix it, but let me see what that is. It's just a loose stitch. It's not hurting anything. It's going to be at the crown of somebody's head all the way up there. Okay. Now, we're not a perfectionist around here. I'm just going to try my best to work quicker, work smarter, not harder, right? Okay. 2 half double crochets in every stitch across. Okay. Got 1 left here. But remember, we're trying to get our 24. We started out with 12. So now let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I must have miscounted. Hang on, guys. Let's go up here and count the V's. It would be easier. I think it would be easier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. I don't like the looks of that. I might back up, which would make this 18, 19, 20, 21. Yeah, I'm not a perfectionist, but lordy day, I don't like that right there. It's giving me grief. So yeah, you just saw it. You just saw me take that out because I didn't like the way it looked. There we go. It happens. Now, let's go got to have two, so that one needs another one right in there. Half double crochet just happened. This one needs two. Let's go. 1, 2. I hear Maya crying. Yeah, this live may not continue much longer because that sweet puppy is thinking to herself, my mama has plumb slap dab abandoned me. Not true. Not so. Not so. Now, I am going to stop right here and we're going to count again. Y'all ready? Are you ready? We are going to count these again. I'm going to get us a good counter over here, so I won't have to take my stitch, my hook out. There, we're just going to put it right here and tighten it up. Okay. Let's count our stitches, shall we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hear you, baby. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and like I said, we need 24 because we started out with 12, and we're not, I don't know, guys. We're not. Let me go right up in here with this one. I must have missed one somewhere because look, we're here at this area. And this is where I always slip stitch. And that one counts. There you go. I am going to take that out for a minute, because I absolutely don't want to teach you all something wrong. There we go. There's that perfect circle. And there was the magic pull tail right there. All right. That will come in handy with me, guys, because I like to mark where I do my slip stitch. So we are ready to go around again. Y'all, thanks for hanging out with me. Take and return to the beginning of where I started this particular magic circle help for you, sweet, sweet Trish. Want you to see that, and if you need to repeat, go back, do it again. If you came in before or after I halted on the work of this particular hat, I want you to see this hat was made out of some of that vintage yarn. This hat was made from that. It does have an edge that doesn't have a brim on it, and this is the brim that I started working on during our little tutorial type thing. This is a brim that can be turned up in case the hat is too big for someone else's head or too small. I am praying that the homeless people who are going to receive these hats have the opportunity to come and go through the box of hats and find one that's their size. And this is some of the vintage yarn that was donated to me, and this color is called Cocoa, and this yarn is from Rose's Department Store. $1.27. So there is lots of old vintage yarn that is still in good shape to be used to make something warm for people. And like I said, uh, keep working it. Um, Make sure that you make a difference for people that need a hat. So there you go. There you go. I am going to, oh, it's 6 p.m. here, exactly 6 p.m. here in my neck of the woods in Kentucky, which means it's time for some good, yummy dinner for me. And I was going to make a homemade pizza. Um, I do have some delicious pumpkin puree available to me that I might just make my dinner very simple and have some pumpkin pancakes, you all. I change it up according to my needs and my mood and the time frame. So this girl is going to call it a evening. You might check me later on Midnight Manna. I might be coming on with some manna later. I am going to finish up this hat. Um, Make sure this brim is available to go around here. I might talk myself into using the cocoa color to make the brim, but I can't guarantee that. Oh, probably not, because this is all that's left of that cocoa. I don't have any more in that color, so the brown one it is. It's going to stay with this dark chocolate brown. Y'all, I love you guys so big. Thank you for hanging out with me. This is what's happening. I'm still working on it, and I pray that you guys have been blessed, that you might have learned something. I want you to know that I love people. I love helping people, and here's where it is. Use your hands to minister to other people from a distance. You may not be able to hug their neck. You may not be able to meet them in person, but you can make a difference by using your hands to minister to someone else by giving them a hat to wear in the cold winter weather. God bless you. God keep you. Know that He loves you. And go with God. And He will go with you all of the way. Amen. Thanks again, guys. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like, and hey, come back and see us sometime. I'm going to be working on these hats.